First destination, we're going to go with the New England Patriots. All right. Second destination, we're going to go with the Buffalo Bills. Third destination, we're going to go with the New York Jets. Last destination, we're going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, you know, some of the best answers are the answers we...
Hey, you just saw it from the man himself, DeAndre Hopkins, on where he thinks he should land and wants to go, everybody. Look, the DeAndre Hopkins trade sweepstakes are in full-fledged right now. Who knows what's going to happen? But to kick the door in on these DeAndre Hopkins sweepstakes, let's go ahead and rank 6 potential best destinations for DeAndre Hopkins. Let's go ahead and rank them, everybody. Can't wait to get into this. Where's DeAndre Hopkins going to end up? We don't know, but where's his best destination? Let's figure that out. Let's hop into it. Now, starting off at number 6, I got the Patriots. Now, this is a team that has been in conversations when we talk about rumors of trading for DeAndre Hopkins. They've been in the loop since the beginning of the offseason, maybe even the end of last season, everybody. The Patriots are a team that needs a wide receiver, so obviously DeAndre Hopkins makes sense. So for the Patriots, getting DeAndre Hopkins would make sense, but for DeAndre Hopkins, I don't know if it makes that much sense. Bill O'Brien is in New England. We know that Bill O'Brien and DeAndre Hopkins' relationship is not that great, and this is an offense that does have Mac Jones at QB, who has been kind of inconsistent to start his career off. This is a team that may not be in the position of winning like the teams in front of it, so it is going to be at number 6. This is a potential destination because the Patriots do need a wide receiver, definitely need a star wide receiver, but I don't know if it makes much sense for DeAndre Hopkins. Let's go to number 5, and at number 5, I got the New York Jets. Now, this was a team that was in the OBJ sweepstakes. They didn't want to give OBJ the money that he wanted, and when we look at DeAndre Hopkins, he says he's not looking for a raise. He right now is really searching for a championship team where he can get his first Super Bowl ring and go ahead and win. And the Jets are a team right now that could use a wide receiver, especially a star wide receiver, also seeing that they went out and tried their best to get Odell. You want to get a star receiver next to Garrett Wilson and also to pair with Aaron Rodgers. And DeAndre Hopkins willing to take a pay cut, not really asking for new money, and the Cardinals probably willing to cut some of the salary off when they make a trade. It makes sense for the Jets, but does it make sense for DeAndre Hopkins? I think it does a little bit, but I do think there are better teams in front of this. How is age affecting Aaron Rodgers? Is he still good? Is he still going to be an Aaron Rodgers that will be an effective QB enough for the Jets to really win? And we know that at this position and point in DeAndre Hopkins' career, he wants to win. So there are other destinations in front of the Jets that I think would be better just because the quarterback situations or potential chemistry, hint hint, would be better. But the Jets are a solid destination, but how questionable is Aaron Rodgers, and is he still that same guy? Now let's go to number 4, and at number 4, I got the Cleveland Browns, everybody. Now, I hinted at it. I think the chemistry is here for DeAndre Hopkins. Obviously, Deshaun Watson is the Browns quarterback. Deshaun Watson made DeAndre Hopkins a better receiver. DeAndre Hopkins obviously made Deshaun Watson a better quarterback. In terms of chemistry, there is no better fit right now for DeAndre Hopkins than the Browns because Deshaun Watson is there. And this is a Browns team that I think will ascend in 2023, so I think it'd be a solid position for DeAndre Hopkins to try and go win his first Super Bowl. But look, it's very unlikely that this happens because the Browns do want to hold onto some of their draft picks, and this is a team that is kind of cap strapped, but DeAndre Hopkins would be willing to take a pay cut. This is also a team that did just trade for Elijah Moore and already has Amari Cooper and Donovan Peoples-Jones, so I don't think it's very likely. But is it a good destination for both sides? Yeah, so I have the Browns here at 4 because of DeAndre Hopkins' chemistry with Deshaun Watson, because of Cleveland's talent and chance to win. Now let's move on to number 3. And next up at number 3, I got the Baltimore Ravens. And now, if the quarterbacks that are in front of them did not play in the NFL, then they would be at number 2 or number 1. But the quarterbacks that are in front of them are better than the quarterback that they would have if they were to get DeAndre Hopkins. But when I'm looking at the Baltimore Ravens as a destination for DeAndre Hopkins, I think it's incredible, because if you get DeAndre Hopkins, there's no way Lamar Jackson is leaving if you pair DeAndre Hopkins with OBJ and Rashad Bateman and J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards and Mark Andrews and the offensive line that the Ravens have. I think this would be an excellent acquisition to put the Ravens over the top and get over the hill. So not only do I think this is a good deal for DeAndre Hopkins to play alongside OBJ and Lamar Jackson, but it would be incredible for the Ravens because you finally have a receiver to go and get you over the hump and go win a Super Bowl with the quarterback that you have. Now at number 2, I got the Bills. This team could be at number 1, but the team that is there is just more proven as winners. But when you look at the Bills, they're probably a perfect destination for DeAndre Hopkins. You get to play alongside Stephon Diggs. The Bills get a receiver that is more reliable, and you get to play with Josh Allen. Now, this Bills team isn't necessarily one that I think mainly needs a wide receiver to put them over the top, but DeAndre Hopkins would certainly get them closer to finally getting over that hump and getting to the Super Bowl. DeAndre Hopkins, you get to play with Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, and the Bills get a guy to boost their firepower on offense to be able to keep up with teams like the Bengals and the Chiefs. And the Bills are obviously a contender, and that would be incredible for DeAndre Hopkins. But now let's move on to number 1. And you kind of gotta already know who's there. It's the Kansas City Chiefs for me at number 1. They are the proven winners. And what does DeAndre Hopkins want at this point in his career? He wants a Super Bowl. He wants a chance to win. You saw what the Chiefs did last year, winning the Super Bowl without a star wideout at the wide receiver position on the depth chart. Just imagine what they could do with DeAndre Hopkins. That should be running through the Chiefs' mind. That should be running through DeAndre Hopkins' mind. And if money is the issue, it should not be the issue, because DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, like I said, did say that he is willing to take a pay cut. He is not looking for a raise. So money shouldn't be the issue. Maybe draft picks are the issues for the Chiefs because they are really good at drafting and they want to hold on to their draft picks. So maybe that's an issue. But DeAndre Hopkins on this team would make this team really, really scary, and it'd add a wide receiver to a Super Bowl team that just won the Super Bowl and did not have a star receiver last year. So if you're DeAndre Hopkins, not only are you in a great chance to win, you get to play with Patrick Mahomes, you get to play with Travis Kelce, and you get to play for a mastermind in Andy Reid, everybody. I got the Chiefs at number 1 because of who they have and the position they are in to win.